Okay, welcome to the weekly meal plan episode. So if you haven't listened before, basically what these episodes are is each week I share with you what I'm making for my family, what recipes we have on our list for the upcoming week, so that maybe it might inspire you to put your meal plans together. It might remind you of some things you haven't made in a while. You could follow along with it, obviously, if you like to do that. I just think it's really important. Meal planning is really important for many different reasons. One of them being staying on budget with your groceries because you know what you need to purchase. And two, making your life a lot easier, not having to think about what you're going to make each night. And the way I do the meal plan is by using simple rotations. As we start to get into the fall, I'll definitely be starting to change it up a little bit. Like some of the more summery recipes that I've been making will drop off, like a lot of like grilled chicken and things that I cook on the grill. And then they'll be replaced by maybe some more chilies or more soups or whatever. But so for example, I give the same example every week, but pretty much like every other Monday we do hamburgers. So on Monday, when we have the hamburgers, I say, okay, 2 weeks from now, we will have hamburgers again. So I go into my meal plan. I use an app called Mealboard. I believe I might have paid a small amount of money for it. They're not a sponsor or anything. I'm just sharing the information. It's really helpful to me because you can plot your meals out ahead of time. If it was paid, it definitely wouldn't have been a lot because I don't pay a lot for apps, but it might have been a few dollars. I really don't remember. I've had it for a really long time. But anyway, so if I know Monday we just had hamburgers, I go into my meal app. I go 2 weeks from now and I put the hamburgers in for that Monday, 2 weeks from when we just had them. So that way, over the course of time, as we're having a meal, and then I know, okay, we're going to have this again in 2 weeks or once a month or whatever, I keep plotting them in. And then by the time you get to the week, usually the meal plan for that upcoming week is pretty much already built for you. And sometimes I'll move things around, change up some sides, things like that. But that's kind of how I do it. So you will notice there's going to be some repetition in the plan because of the fact that we do rotate a lot of the meals. The meal plan starts on Saturday. It goes through Friday, and I always have this episode come out on Wednesday. That way, if you did want to use any things in the meal plan, you'd have enough time to get your grocery list together. So, and I also go shopping on Thursdays, even though my meal plan goes through Friday, and I do that just in case for some reason something comes up and I just can't get to the grocery store on Thursday, which doesn't normally happen, but just in case it does, I always have the meal plan go through Friday, that extra day. That way I still have the food for one more day if I can't get to the grocery store for some reason. Okay, so this Saturday, oh, I'm sorry, I always forget this too. Lunches, I don't plan for lunches. We do sandwiches, frozen pizza, leftovers, things like that. Occasionally I'll have something on the lunch plan, but not usually. I pretty much just plan out dinners. So, okay, so this meal plan starts out with this Saturday, September 5th. And for Saturday, we're going to be doing sheet pan chicken fajitas. And that recipe is from foodnetwork.com. And it's just your basic grilled chicken with, you know, like red peppers and onions and green peppers. And you just season it, put it on a sheet pan, and put it under the broiler. I believe this is a broiler recipe. I'm just checking. Yes. So this is, you're basically just broiling those. And then I'll serve it with like flour tortillas. You could also do it like over rice. And then we're also making chipotle black bean chili. That is from myplantbasedfamily.com. It's a vegetarian chili that I make in the Instant Pot. And that's because my one daughter doesn't eat meat. So I try and always have some option available for her on most nights. Otherwise, she does have some vegetarian things she'll heat up like as the main meal, and then she'll have the sides or whatever. But for the most part, I try and have something substantial that she can have. So that's what she'll be having that night. And we like it also. It's not like just for her. Okay, so that's Saturday. So Sunday, we are doing penne with broiled chicken. This is one we kind of have once in a while, and it's not an actual recipe. But what I do is I just take chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. I cut it in like little slices, put a little olive oil and salt and pepper and broil it until it gets like just a little crispy. And then in the meantime, while that's broiling, I get some penne pasta going on the stove. And then I just toss the penne pasta with some olive oil and put the grilled chicken in it. And once that's off the heat, I toss in some shredded mozzarella cheese so that it doesn't like fully melt, but it just kind of gets that nice like warm sort of melted cheese mixture in with the penne and the grilled chicken. It's something that I just kind of made one day on a whim, trying to find something to make with some ingredients we had, and my kids really liked it. So that's that. And my daughter that doesn't eat meat, what I'll do is actually I'll toss it, I'll put the chicken on the side and toss it all up, and then give her some of the pasta, and then toss the chicken in. And then I'm also going to do just like frozen vegetables on the side with that. I don't have anything in particular. I usually try and keep some of the like steam fresh type vegetables on the side in the freezer, you know, that I could just throw in the microwave real quick. So we'll have some kind of a frozen vegetable with that. So then Monday, September 7th, which is Labor Day. Yes, I was thinking, wait, Memorial Day, Labor Day. So happy Memorial Day. So for Monday, we are doing hamburgers. The recipe is actually called Juiciest Hamburgers Ever, and it's from allrecipes.com. But I'm actually just going to be lazy and just do regular hamburgers. Like I'm just literally just going to take ground beef and make it into hamburger patties, add a little bit of the McCormick hamburger seasoning, and throw them on the grill. And then for my daughter, I'm making homemade black bean veggie burgers. That is also from allrecipes.com, and that's actually a really quick, easy homemade black bean burger if you do have a vegetarian in your family. They bake right in the oven, they cook really quick and easy, and I liked making those for her because she was buying a lot of the boxed veggie burgers and stuff, which are fine, but I just think it's good to mix it up with some homemade stuff too, because they don't have as much preservatives and things like that in it. So that's that. And then we are also doing oven fresh seasoned potato wedges. That's from allrecipes.com. It's just like a simple potato wedge, like almost like a big, like thick French fry type thing, but they're, you know, they're like the roasted potato wedges. But it's really easy. You just chop up the potatoes, like you slice them up into like 8 little sections. You toss them in a Ziploc bag with olive oil. It's like, I forget, like salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese, stuff like that. Shake it all up in the bag, put it on a pan, and you cook it in the oven. And they come out really good for a side dish to go with hamburgers. We haven't done that in a while, so we're having that. And then we're also going to do cucumber salad, which that doesn't have an actual recipe for it, just something I have always made. It's basically just like a cucumber sliced up with a tablespoon of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, although I don't think I actually do a full tablespoon, and I'm sorry, I messed that up. It's a tablespoon of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and a teaspoon of sugar. A tablespoon of sugar would be way too much, and you just mix it up. It just makes like a nice little cucumber salad. And we'll also do a can of pork and beans with that. So that is Monday. So we're grilling again. The grilling is definitely going to start to back off soon, but while the weather's still nice, I'm going to still keep my grilling recipes in the rotation. So Tuesday is Taco Tuesday this week. We do tacos every other Tuesday. So tacos for us, again, not really a recipe, but just your basic. I get ground turkey or ground chicken. I cook it on the stove with some taco seasoning, and then I'll just put out like shredded cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, that type of thing. And I always have like hard shell tacos, soft shell, and then I'll do like tostadas, I think they are. I forget. They're like the flat round tortilla that's like crispy, and you can like pile the stuff on top of that. And then I'll also usually do a can of refried beans. That way my daughter, who doesn't eat meat, will eat the refried beans instead of the ground turkey or chicken. And then I'm also doing just, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not. I was gonna say, I usually will also do the Instant Pot lentil tacos, but I'm not doing that this week because I'm doing the refried beans. So I'll usually do the refried beans with the tacos, or I'll do Instant Pot lentil tacos. But I'm actually not doing those this week. But if you're interested, it's a really good recipe. It's tastebetterfromscratch.com, and it's basically just a taco filling made from like lentils and tomatoes, and like, you know, canned tomatoes. And it comes out really good. It's really good for a vegetarian taco filling, or even, you know, just for something different. So that's Tuesday. So Wednesday, we are doing mushroom pork chops. This is a fairly new recipe for me. It's from allrecipes.com. I thought it came out really good. It's really simple. They're like pan fried pork chops, but basically what you do is you saute them in a skillet, and I'm not reading the recipe so fully, so I'm not giving you the exact details, but in effect you're basically sauteing pork chops with fresh mushrooms, and then you add cream of mushroom soup to it, so it makes like a nice like pork chop with like a creamy gravy type consistency, you know, with the pork chop. So I thought they were really pretty good. My family liked them, so we're gonna have those again. And then with that, we're also going to have vegetarian tater tot casserole. The actual recipe name is vegetarian tater tot casserole Roman numeral 2, and that is from allrecipes.com. And it's definitely not health food, but it tastes really good, and I thought it would go good with the pork chops. I make this every once in a while, but what it is it's like tater tots with sour cream, cheddar cheese, cream of mushroom soup, and you kind of mix it all together and bake it in the oven, and it comes out as a really good side dish. So we're gonna have that with the pork chops, and my daughter will probably have that plus some other kind of vegetarian food that, you know, she has in the freezer. So that is for Wednesday. So for Thursday, we always do either soup or breakfast for dinner. So this Thursday we're doing soup, and we're doing Instant Pot split pea soup. That is from foodnetwork.com. If you have an Instant Pot and you like split pea soup, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. It's like a miracle how quick. If you've ever tried to make split pea soup like homemade, it takes a long time for the peas to cook down. It's like crazy how fast and good it comes out in the Instant Pot. It's like, I make it so much more often now because of that, because it just makes it so super easy to make. So we're going to be having the Instant Pot split pea soup, and we're going to be doing grilled cheese on the side. So that's Thursday. Now, unfortunately for Friday, I apologize, but I don't have a meal to share with you for Friday, and that is because we are going out to dinner on Friday. We don't normally do that, like extremely hardly ever, very rarely do we go out for dinner, but we're going to be eating out on Friday. So I don't have a meal to put in for Friday, and I am sharing with you my family's real meal plan. So I didn't want to just like stick a meal in there and then like get myself messed up when I go grocery shopping and for next week, and you know, if maybe I want to use that recipe next week, whatever. So there's no recipe for this Friday, but I'm sure that you have something you can stick in there. So that's it for this week's meal plan. I hope there was maybe something that you can use for the upcoming week. I will take a look and make sure that any recipes that I mentioned are linked on the Facebook page. I believe that most of these have probably been made already, so they should already be there, but I usually I'll just check some of the newer ones to see if they've already been posted on the Facebook site. So the Facebook site is facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. You can message me there if you have any episode suggestions or you know, tips, suggestions on format or anything like that. I would love to hear from you. We also have a private listeners group, which is facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. You can submit a request to join. We talk about topics relative to the show, meal planning, productivity, budgeting, all kinds of things like that. And if you really like the show, please don't forget to subscribe. And I would much appreciate if you would like to leave a review. That would be super helpful. And I hear that that kind of helps boost the show in terms of when people search, it like gives it a better ranking when people search for the show, so it'll help more people find it. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.